Second one, the distance between the stub and the this load and the stub length. Okay, this is not sub. This okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is our main aim? That your Z should be equal to Z naught, right?
Yes, sir.
For so that your what will be the value of reflection coefficient in this case? In this case, your reflections will be zero, right? Hello,
Yes,
hello.
sir.
Yes. So what we will do first? See, our aim is that y in, that is the what are these y in and ys? This small y in is equal to capital Y in upon y naught. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So our aim is to achieve this value. If your y in is equal to 1, then your Zn will be equal to Z naught and there will be no reflection. So what we will do, since we are these two steps are connected in parallel at these two terminals, so the two admittances will get added up, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what we have to do, we have to first of all calculate the value location of L where your sorry, this is not this is ys, this is your yd. Okay, so this ys should be equal to 1 plus j beta, right?
Yes, sir.
So what will be the value of zn? Basically zn1 or zn. So what is the value of equation of zn? We know it very well, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is equal to z in 1, which is given like this. Okay,
Yes, sir.
this is your z in. Okay, now since we are calculating the normalized impedance, so what will be the value of y in 1? It will be 1 by z in 1,
Yes, sir.
right? So what will be the equation of z in 1? Can you tell me? Hello? What is the equation of z in? Can
Z
you tell
naught
me?
square by ZL.
No. Are we talking about the quarter wave transformer line?
Hmm.
Is it a quarter wave transformer line?
No, sir, it will be Z naught whole multiplied by ZL plus J Z naught bit
So
tan
I
beta.
can write it like this, J 10 beta L upon mm, Z naught plus J ZL 10 beta L. Can I write it like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So from if I want to calculate the reciprocal, then this will be the equation because the numerator and denominator are both of them are divided by the Z naught. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
And what is this ZL? A small ZL represents capital ZL upon Z naught. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear to everyone? Hello. Hello. So from this you can solve this equation, that's ys, when you will multiply it with the conjugate of the numerator denominator, so you will get this value, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So by comparing this parameter and this parameter, can you calculate the value of L? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Are you able to solve this value?
No, sir.
Till what point you are able to solve, or till what point you are able to understand?
Sir, till we had written the equation for ys.
Okay. You have written this equation, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can I write it like this? 1 plus. So if I multiply this equation, uh, if I want to can I write it like this? ZL minus J10 beta L upon ZL minus J10 beta L.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if you multiply this term and this one, this term, what will you get?
Yes, sir. That is.
This one,
Hmm.
ZL square plus
Times beta.
ZL square minus J square 10 square beta L, right?
Yes, sir.
And minus of J square means plus 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about the numerator?
Numerator also, sir, we can multiply and then.
Yeah. So after multiplication, you will get two terms. First one will be a real part, and another one will be a imaginary part, right?
Yes, sir.
So what will be the real part?
ZL1 plus tan square beta L divided by ZL square plus tan square beta L.
Is this equation correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So can I compare these two parameters?
Yes, sir.
So if I compare these, what will I get? This term will be multiplied here, so you will get this term, this equation.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And from this, you can derive this value of 10 beta L. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And thereafter, you can take get this value,
Yes, sir.
because this will give you 10 inverse of under root ZL upon Z naught, and 1 upon beta will be equal to lambda upon 2 pi, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now you have calculated the length, right?
Yes, sir.
And by substituting this value of L in this equation, you can calculate the value of B,
Yes, sir.
right? So what will be the value of B? Kindly try to solve this equation. Are you able to get these values or not? Try it.
Yes, sir, we are able to get this value.
Okay. So for getting this value y in equal to 1, uh, we need what should be the value of yd? It should be minus jb, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So by and what kind of stub we have added? The stub is a shorted stub, right?
Short circuit. Yes,
So
sir.
what is the impedance of a shorted stub? Shorted stub has this value for the input impedance.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So mm, what will be its admittance? It will be like this.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And this value should be equal to minus j into b.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So equate them, this this term and this term. So if you will equate this term, so you will get this value.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So this was the first one method of calculating the location L and the length of the stub. Okay, one assigned question is left for you. Now try to derive the values of length L and D for a open circuited stub. Okay,
Okay, sir.
we have done the shorted. Now you have to do it for the open. So for the open, what will change? Can you tell me
So
what
Z
will
in 2 will change to J cot beta L minus J cot beta L.
minus j or plus j? What is the equation of
Sir, it will be minus J.
y? What is the equation of z in 2 for a open circuited stub? Can you tell me? Yes, tell me.
Sir, I think it will be minus J Z naught cot beta D.
Minus j. So, mm, see, it was for an open circuit, it is minus j z naught cot beta L. Okay, this is your total impedance for an open circuited stub. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so if you will take its what reciprocal, so what will it give? It will give you j tan beta L, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so this should be equal to the this value. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so you can solve this equation and try to find out the value of d. Okay,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Anyone have any doubt in this? Hello, anyone have any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No. Okay, so since this was a lengthy procedure for matching the uh, stub or impedance matching in a transmission line. So now we will switch to another method which is a graphical method. Okay. So what is that graphical method? that graphical method is that graph is known as a Smith chart. Okay. So what is this Smith chart? This Smith chart is simply the polar plot of the reflection coefficient, VSWR, and the impedance and the admittance circles. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So you know this relationship, this one, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Wait. So we know this relationship. Yeah. We know this relationship, and we also know that ZL is not always a real number, right?
Yes, sir.
So what will be the this reflection coefficient will be a integer value or a complex number.
So it may be a complex number.
It may be a complex number. Okay. So this will be the format. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I try, uh, now what I have done, I am dividing the numerator and denominator with Z naught. That is, I am normalizing the impedances. Okay. So will I get this equation?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in this, there will be two parameters again. So from this equation, you can get this value.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So on solving this equation, you will get these two parameters, R and X, which are the normalized resistive and the reactive parts of the impedance, right?
Yes, sir.
So will they give you this circle equation?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this first one is a circle and with center at r upon 1 plus r, comma 0, and the radius of 1 plus 1 upon r, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is a resistance circle, this one. Okay, and second one is this will be your reactance circle, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I draw these two circles, so will they take this kind of format for the resistance circles?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, if your value is zero, if your R value is zero, what will be the center for the resistance circle? If R is zero,
Zero. Zero.
so the center will be at origin, right?
Yes, sir.
And what about the radius? Radius will be 1.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So see in this is your zero circle. R equal to zero circle, right?
Yes, sir.
And what about the value of 2? When you are taking R equal to 2, then the center will shift towards the right hand side or the left hand side?
Right hand side.
Right hand side. Okay. So and what will be the radius? The radius will be lesser than 1 or greater than 1?
Less than.
Lesser than 1. So will this be like this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And what about, so similarly, mm, for the infinity, you will get a this kind, at this point you, there will be, the radius will be 0, right?
Yes, sir.
So these are the resistance circles. Okay. And what about the reactance circles? Well, the reactance center, reactance circle values, right? What will be the center for x equal to 1 for the reactance circle? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, okay. So in this, for what will be the value of center and radius for x equal to 1?
1 comma 1 and radius will be also 1.
Radius also 1. Okay. So uh, can I say this, this will be the center?
Yes, sir.
Which point? This point, right?
Yes, sir.
And what about the radius? The radius
1.
is also 1, right?
Yes, sir.
So the radius will go, the circle will be like this. Okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
And what will be the radius and center for x equal to 0?
1 comma infinity and infinity.
Yeah. So we will represent it by a straight line. Okay? This simple
Yes, sir.
straight line. Okay? Now, what I am doing. So your this Smith chart will look like this. Okay?
Yes, sir.
See, in this, uh, few values are given, like what value is given? This is the reactance circle. Okay? So are you able to see this red line?
Yes, sir.
So this is your x equal to 1 line. Okay? So,
Yes, sir.
yeah. And these are your resistance circles. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. So on this, what we will do simply, let's solve one question then. So before that, let me tell you few things. So this point on the left hand side point, the ending point is the short circuited point, because at this point your resistive part will be 0. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And on the, and at this point, what will be the value of resistance? The real part will be infinite. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So this will be your open circuited point. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And so let's solve. So what is given? At point PSC on the chart, R is also 0 and X is also 0. Okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
And this complete rotation of the Smith chart. Okay, this complete rotation of the Smith chart represents a uh, length of zero point 0.5 lambda. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So for traveling a length of lambda, how many circles or rotations we have to take?
2.
Yes, two rotation. Okay. And now in this you can see few things. See here from the PSC point, that is a short circuited point, you can see that if you are moving in the clockwise direction, then you are moving towards the source. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And if you are moving in the counterclockwise direction, then towards the
Load.
load. Okay? So let's do it. At what point your V max will be there? Maximum point? At the POC point or the PSC point? At the short circuited point or the open circuited point?
At the open circuited.
Yeah, at the open circuited point. Okay, and minimum will be at the
Short
short
circuit.
circuit short circuited point. Now on the Smith chart, you will see three scales are there. Okay, so first one is the outer circle, which represents the length in terms of lambda. Okay,
Yes, sir.
uh, so we are moving towards the generator, so it will be mm, clockwise direction. It will give you values of, it will start from PSC point, that is short circuited point, and it will give you the values of 0.06 and 0.12 and so on. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and in the second scale, what values are given? Can you tell me, anyone?
0.44, 0.38, 0.32.
What will they represent? Any guess? These are the length with respect to the towards load. Okay,
Okay, sir.
the first one is towards the generator and second one is towards the load. Okay,
Yes, sir.
is it clear to everyone the basic structure of the Smith chart? Hello, hello,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me what are the parameters which we are plotting on a Smith chart? Basic Smith chart, what are the various parameters?
Resistance and reactance.
Normalized resistance and the reactance circles. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and by using which we will calculate the VHWR and the reflection coefficient also. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and now in this you are seeing three scales. So the outermost circle represents the length towards the generator. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and the second scale represents length that you are moving towards the load. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and the third one represents the angle rotation. That means we can say the angle of the reflection coefficient, okay,
Yes, sir.
or how much phase shift will be there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Without using the Smith chart, we have calculated the values of reflection coefficient, VSWR, and the input impedance, right?
Yes, sir.
Now we will solve this by using the Smith chart. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So kindly note down the data which is already given in the question. First one is the length of the transmission line. Okay,
Yes, sir.
which is 30 meters. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Second is your characteristic impedance, that is 50 ohm. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Third one is the frequency of the signal. Fourth one is the load impedance, right?
Yes, sir.
And the velocity, phase velocity is given to be zero point 0.6 into c. Okay. What we have to calculate? We have to calculate the reflection coefficient, standing wave ratio, that is VSWR, and the input impedance. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we will solve it. So what is the first step? On the Smith chart, we were plotting the load impedance or the normalized load impedance.
Normalized.
Normalized. So first of all, we have calculated the normalized load impedance, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this value we have got. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now see in this graph what is the value of 1.2 and J zero point 0.8. Okay. So what is the value of R?
1.2.
1.2. Okay. So which is your 1.2 circle in the resistance one? Is this the circle of 1.2? Sorry. Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, the numbers are not visible clearly.
Okay. Let me.
Yes, sir. Now they are visible.
Now they have you. Okay. So is this the R equal to 1.2 circle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what was the value of X?
Point 0.8.
Zero point 0.8. So now we have to find out the value. So this is the point, these values which you are seeing in the this portion. What are these? These are the X values. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is my X value? Zero point 0.8, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the X equal to zero point 0.8 circle. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what we will do? Let's find out the value of this, and so calculate the, yeah. So we have to mark it like this. Okay. So this is the point where your both the values are meeting. That is R equal to 1.2 and X equal to zero point 0.8. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So by, yeah. So by taking this, so this is your ZL basically. Okay.
Yes,
Normalized
sir.
ZL. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now what you will do? So what are the parameters you have to calculate? What is the first parameter?
Reflection coefficient.
Oh, okay, reflection coefficient. So, mm, yeah. Now what we will do, connect the origin, okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Origin and the ZL point with a straight line, okay?
Yes, sir.
And this extend this line up to the outer periphery of the outermost circle up to this point, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, uh, okay, so what will be the reflection coefficient? The reflection coefficient, suppose this is a point P, okay?
Yes, sir.
And the outermost point is, this is your point Q, okay?
Yes, sir.
So what you will do for calculating the magnitude of the reflection coefficient, you will take OP upon OQ, okay?
Okay, sir.
Because at this point, that is a Q point, your reflection coefficient will be zero,
Okay, sir.
okay? So this is the incident signal, we can say the incident signal, and OP is the load impedance, okay?
Yes. Okay, sir.
This is the reflected power and OQ is the incidented power, okay?
Yes, sir.
So we have calculated the reflection coefficient magnitude, right?
Yes, sir.
Now what is left? Now we have to
VSWR.
calculate, no, no, no. For the reflection coefficient, we have calculated the magnitude. Now what about the angle?
Yes, sir. Angle.
So the angle will be uh, this angle from this circle, okay?
Yes, sir.
This is your theta L. That is your phase shift due to the load impedance. Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. So this theta needs to be measured using a protractor.
No,
Or it,
you can measure it by using these values. Uh,
so we can measure it from the chart itself.
yeah, chart itself. See
Yes.
what is given here. These 60, 70, 80. These values are given.
Yes, sir.
These are the angle values.
Okay, sir.
So if the straight line is matching at some standard point, then you can calculate it accordingly. Otherwise, you have to use the protector. Okay,
Okay, sir.
but in general, you can calculate the values of angle from the chart itself. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the second parameter which we have to calculate?
VSWR.
VSWR. Okay. Now, by using this OP as the radius, okay,
Yes, sir.
draw a circle, okay.
Yes, sir.
So this what is this? This is a constant reflection coefficient circle, okay,
Yes, sir.
right? So when you draw the circle, so it will intersect this line OP, or we can say the line OPS, OPOC. Okay. Hello.
Sir, could you please repeat?
When you draw this constant reflection coefficient circle, it will intersect the horizontal line at some point.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is? Are you able to see this point S?
Yes, sir.
So what is this point S? This S point will represent the value of VHWR.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And so what are these values? See, these are the values of the. mm, how will you calculate this value? That at what point it is meeting? See, are you able to see 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, 2 and
Yes.
3 values? And in
Yes, sir.
between multiple parts are there, sub parts are drawn, right?
Yes, sir.
So by just reading these values, since it is going from 2 to 3, in between 2 to 3, right?
Yes, sir.
So it will be, and it is also in between 2.0 and 2.2 points, right?
Yes, sir.
So it will be around 2.1. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that we can say. So this is your VHWR value. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so these are known as constant VHWR circles also. Okay, constant reflection coefficient or the constant VHWR circles. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what was the third parameter?
Z in.
Input impedance, right? Okay. Now I am going to draw, calculate the value of input impedance. See, I have drawn this circle. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I have this value also, this P point, which is your ZL, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what you will do, uh, calculate the value of length of the transmission line in terms of wavelength. What was the length?
30 meter.
30 meter. So what is the value of transmission line length in terms of wavelength? Can you tell me?
Sir, 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. Take it. Can we calculate the lambda like this?
Yes, sir. L is 3. Lambda by 3.
Lambda by 3. So how much angle we have to move for lambda? How much angle was required?
For lambda, it was 360 degree.
No.
Two
250.
circles. Two circles,
2
720.
720. So for lambda by 3, how much angle we have to rotate?
240.
240.
240. Okay. So and now this 240 will be towards the generator or away from uh, away from the generator.
Away from the generator.
No, you are moving from load to सोर्स इनपुट इम्पिडेंस कहाँ पे निकालोगे?
So, spare.
सोर्स पे ना, तो आप कितना
Yes.
मूव करोगे? 240 डिग्री टुवर्ड्स द जनरेटर. ओके,
Yes, sir.
so if you are moving towards the generator, so what will be the direction? And
To,
from which point you will move? Can you tell me? From the load?
to point P.
From point P, right? So
We will move clockwise.
we will move clockwise. Okay. So are you able to see this um, light blue circle? Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
So by taking this 240 degree, you will reach up to this point, right? Which is point G. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now this G point will lie on the that constant circle which you have drawn by taking the radius of OP. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now measure the value, calculate the value of at G, at what point, which resistance circle and which reactance circle are meeting at point G. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is this process clear?
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
So you will note down the value at G. So what value it is giving? This is the normalized input impedance. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And so by multiplying it with the characteristic impedance, you can calculate the value of, you can calculate the value of what?
So we got the normalized input impedance, then we'll
Yeah.
multiply it with Z naught.
Yeah, we will multiply it with Z naught. So you will get the actual value of the input impedance. Right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the basic method how you calculate the reflection coefficient, VSWR, and all these things from the Smith chart. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you can see, are we able to get the same values from the math, mathematics and graphically? Yeah, most of the values are same, right? See, the reflection coefficient was 0.3523 angle 56 degree. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and with mathematics, and from the graph we got the value of 0.3516 angle 56 degree, right?
Yes, sir.
What about the BHWR? It was 2.088, right?
Yes, sir.
And from the graph, we got the value of
2.1.
2.1. Okay. What about the input impedance? We got 23.97 plus J 1.35 ohms, right?
Yes, sir.
And from the graph, what value we get? To 23.5 plus J 1.75 ohms.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for calculating the basic reflection coefficient and VHWR values from any of the method is fine. But for impedance matching, uh, or we can say the system matching, the mathematical steps which we followed earlier, they will take long time, right?
Yes, sir.
But by using the Smith chart, it will be very easy to calculate all those values. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now what you can do, you can go through this book of SADIQ, okay? In that few examples are given on stub matching, okay?
Okay, sir.
And I will share one or two video links on the Google Classroom, so which you can access and can get familiar with the Smith chart impedance matching, okay?
Okay, sir.
And in addition, I have already shared few lecture links on the Google Classroom of NPTEL, from which you can get more information about the Smith chart. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And if you find any difficulty, then we can discuss it on 11th. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Now from uh, after today, we will meet on 11th. There will be no lecture in between. Okay?
Okay, sir.
That is on the 8th and 10th. Those two lectures I will take in the extra classes later on. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is all for today. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, anyone have any doubt? Hello.
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Happy Diwali, sir.
Happy
Happy Diwali,
Diwali.
sir.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali, sir.
Okay.
Happy Diwali.